And good morning. It's your friendly neighborhood Tironan, and we are playing the BF-109 from Messerschmitt. And this is the wind-up. We're 11,000 away from the aircraft being retired. It is fully upgraded, fully modded with the aircraft polish, with the lightweight airframe, and with the control surfaces adjustment, which is my preferred method of or my preferred mods for fighters, especially the turnier types. Heavy fighters, you need them. Aircraft polish is still useful. You can make arguments depending on which one it is. Multi-role fighters, again, it depends very much on what they are. But the BF-109, the LAs, the P-51s, the Spitfires, that's my preferred loadout. And as anybody that's watched my videos before knows, my preferred game in Prey, I guess, when I'm in one of these fighters, is the heavy fighter. I consider them to be my primary prey because they affect the game so much left alone. What they do is depend on speed and altitude to kill off your friends and neighbors and pilots that help keep you alive. And I have somebody on my tail, generous of them, another Boomenzoomer. Well, I'd try to kill me too if I were him. Because he'll be next. And here comes the guy again. Who is that dude? Another P-38. Okay. I was planning on killing him anyway. And the other thing is they would love you distracted by being on other aircraft, which he exploited quite successfully. Thank you very much. Well, let's get back to it. Let's finish taking the command base here, since apparently we didn't do it. And speaking of picking on defenseless or distracted aircraft, there you go. Okay, now we have a couple of bombers. I guess they're fair game too. Now, I am not in love with the BF-109Gs. I have an aircraft behind me. Boy, they do like their boom and zooming today, don't they? Okay, so what I was rambling on about earlier with the boom and zoomers is, in this particular case, they can't outrun you. They might outdive you, but they can't outrun you. Not in the way this game is done. I see by my radar my coast is clear. The only thing I really got is the anti-aircraft, and who cares about that? And I have 3 aircraft on my tail right now. And the other P-38 got me. This is the revenge of the heavy fighter today, folks. Hate the regen times. And you notice we have 5 aircraft on the bombers. It's why we're losing. Okay. And that'd be fine if they could tear down those aircraft nice and efficiently. But they don't. I almost have to rescue them from themselves. So instead of doing any of my other jobs I consider far more important, killing bombers. And I have to S-turn a little bit here. Let's just finish this thing up so they'll go and do their darn jobs. And you have to kill bombers, I understand that. I do. But it doesn't take 5 aircraft to do it.
Great job. No enemy bombers have broken through.
Hopefully they'll go back and do what they're supposed to do. Good. Alright, so we're going to do a counter strategy here, which is to kill bombers before they, everybody in the world gets involved in it. May sound counterintuitive, but you want to keep your bots out of killing bombers, kill the bombers yourselves. Really prefer a heavy fighter for this. Since they have so much more firepower, and the BF-109G, despite the cannon, does not do a good job at this. And that's because of the clip system. And in reality, it only carried about 50 rounds in it. And of course, you get to fire a lot more than that because this is an arcade game. And notice I am not trying to get individual kills here. I'm trying to take on aircraft that have already been damaged first, so I can get rid of them faster. Now when you just decide to do this strategy, the most important thing is get out away from the other fighters as fast as you can. And keep the bots uninvolved. It would be okay if the bots quickly and efficiently killed the bombers, but they're horrible at it, and I'm not sure why. Not that I'm good at it because of the armament limitations, but by God, we're picking them off, 1 per run. Okay, and you also notice that I am performing what's called a beam attack, which is the preferred method of dealing with ground attack aircraft. Now I'm on the stern, where all the firepower gets to get concentrated, and not a good place to be. Alright. So we're done with this. Yeah, it's our friend the P-38, which makes me wonder where his buddy's at. Now, he can't outturn you, he can't outrun you, you should be able to kill him pretty quickly. My atrocious gunnery has been the reason why these aircraft have hung around long enough for their buddies to help. Alright.
Attention all aircraft. Fall back and regroup.
Alright, so evaluations. Well, a couple of things. With the lightweight lightweight airframe, the BF-109G is capable of staying behind just about anything but an A7M at its tier. A couple of yaks will probably give it some trouble, and that's because of the turn times. But in return, what it gets is speed and altitude capability, which the A7M does not have. So when you look at this, it's pretty much the complete package, with the exception that I don't like the gun armament that much. It's okay, it's sufficient, but it's barely sufficient. And here you go. And he brings you 30 millimeter guns. You're doing the 180. When you get to your machine guns and add them in, 278. In tier 7, that's not enough. Okay, that's one man's opinion. I think it would have been far better served by 220 millimeters mounted in the cowl and 230s mounted in the wing. And there were enough variants of the BF-109G to do that. Now for the World of Warplanes to fix that. Other than that, it's a great plane. It will do everything you want it to do, and with all the mods and upgrades on it, it's about as good as it gets. It's hard when you get scissored in between aircraft and all your fighters go off and kill bombers while you're left alone, which is what you were seeing. And so, you know, at one point I got shot, the second time I got shot down, I had no less than 3 aircraft pursuing me, which tells you right there that there are no other aircraft in my vicinity. And when I came back, sure enough, there were no less than 5 bots attached to the bombers. And that's why we lost. Okay. So if I had to do this game over again, and I would have gone after the command base first and stayed away from the air base until later. That was my mistake, and I probably cost us the game by doing so. It is what it is, but there you go. Learn from somebody else's mistake. I did not handle this game correctly, and my teammates paid the price for it. Now, I think most of my teammates were bots, so I don't feel too bad about it, but yeah, that's how you single-handedly turn a win into a loss. My mistake, 100% on me. All right, folks, that is the wrap-up for the BF-109G. You will not be seeing it on my channel for some time unless I go back and rebuy it. I'm not that fond of the aircraft, so I doubt that I'm going to get it unless one of the viewers just begs me to get one and contributes to the cause. But otherwise, I don't see it. Been a good plane, enjoyed it. Wish that it had a different armament. It's all that stands between this and being one of the better Tier 7 fighters. But other than that, it's a superlative plane. So we'll be, the next time you see something along this line, it will be the 209, Messerschmitt 209. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like the game and to subscribe. I desperately need subscribers, and you have a great day.